All right. The time has come and passed for Monday, October 15th, 2018, regular council meeting. Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Present.
Alderman Newsom.
Present.
Alderman Tempest.
Present.
Alderman May.
Present.
Alderman Velco.
Present.
Alderman Taylor.
Present.
Alderman Bolton.
Present.
Alderman Seeger.
Present.
Alderman Mosio.
Present.
Mayor Cunningham.
Present. Invocation to be led by Chaplain Gary Miller. Come to the podium. Where are my young ladies at? You're going to lead us in the pledge, so come on up. My young ladies, and lead us in the pledge. Everyone please rise right after the invocation of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please join me in a spirit of prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, your wisdom, and support as we meet to serve our city. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group, and to nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace, Lord God, as we make decisions that will affect our community and our staff. Continue to remind us that all we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the greater good of our citizens and our city. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. Right, ladies, you're going to lead us in prayer and the pledge. And here's the flag right here, ladies. All right, put your hands over your hearts, and let's go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mayor's comments. Again, thank you everyone for attending this evening. As you consider Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as you can see, and many of the elected officials and staff are wearing pink tonight as part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We all know someone or a loved one who has been affected by breast cancer or cancer, period. Let's continue to support our survivors and keep searching for a cure for this disease. October 13th was the Navy's birthday. A huge shout out to our military, especially those at our nearby Navy base on the Navy's birthday. I am sure all of you have heard by now that someone's pet alligator was found in Lake Michigan, more specifically in our harbor. A big, huge thank you goes out to the Animal Control Division, who do a great job, whether dealing with calls for alligators or just regular calls regarding animal related. So to that team, they did an awesome job on that. And I might add that I think the photo that we took had well over, is it 1 million, David? 1,000,001 hits?
Jane has an outtake.
Uh-oh. 1.18 million hits about, out of all the things we want Waukegan on, right? We get 1.8 million about alligators. All right. There it is. We're in. Wait a minute. We hit. Did we hit a news network too? Or who said? Yeah, you know about it. All right. Tonight, sometimes months ago, we honored individuals who were 90+ years. Of those individuals we honored, I think one of them had at that time 104. It is sad for me to say this, but Miss Alma Pettis recently passed away at the age of 105 years of age. Waukegan sends his condolences from myself. I hope I can say this, the entire city council and the residents, that this lady has been truly blessed 105 years on this earth. So our condolences go out to her and her family. Upcoming events, the city is partnering with Cool Pantry again this year to collect supplies for veterans. As you can see by the box in front of us, a list of requested items are available on the table where you picked up tonight's agenda. Please feel free to donate. Zombie Walk, this Saturday, October 20th. It has something for everyone with live entertainment at Stearns Plaza and COC Courtyard, a comedy show at Urban Edge. This is Not For Me, Night of the Living Dead at Three Brothers Theater, theme art shows, pumpkin decorating, face painting, and more. The fun starts at 5 p.m. and costumes are encouraged. I'm not wearing a costume, correct? Correct. The Waukegan Park District is also getting into the Halloween spirit with Halloween Fest, providing free family fun on Saturday, October 27th at Bowen Park, and free Haunted Waukegan guided walking tours on October 27th and 31st. Check out waukeganparks.org for additional details. Waukegan Symphony Orchestra season starts at the Trap Theater on Sunday, October 21st. Also, Trap will be vocal trash. Never heard of vocal trash. Presented at Lake County Community Concert Association Saturday, October 27th. I don't know what vocal trash means, but it's going to be there. The Genesee Theater schedules include music, magic, and comedy with the acts of Smokey Robinson. For those who don't have the tickets, time to get them. Postmodern Jukebox, Adam Trent, and Craig Ferguson is taking the stage. See the Genesee Theater's website for tickets and complete list of shows. Finally, Waukegan officials Trick or Treat will take place on Sunday, October 28th from 2 to 5 p.m. Please drive extra careful during those hours. As always, for additional information and events, consult the city's website. And I am now to call up, is it Chief?
Yeah, you got a whole bunch.
Okay, Chief's going to be coming up. We have a special presentation for two exceptional young ladies. Chief,
All right.
come on up.
At this time, I would like to introduce our captain, Matt Burleson, and the team. Come on up. Waukegan firemen, firefighters. Matt, stage is yours.
Okay, so this is something we're not accustomed to. It's 11,000 calls a year. We don't stay connected to a call this long. But I was so impressed with the courage I saw in these little girls. And then we were both very impressed when her grief kind of overwhelmed her courage, that we took time to try to help out the family a little bit more. And then we found out how exactly brave they were. And they had used our fire safety messages that we've been pounding out in these schools all these years, and actually used it to help their family get out of the fire safely. And so, we would like to honor them with the Walk Proud Award. Mr. Mayor?
The Waukegan Proud Award we presented to, and you're going to give the names, and I'm just going to present to them, all right?
Yes.
And all of us are going to be taking this
Van?
picture.
Haley? She's very shy now. Come on up.
We have Nevaeh. All right, Nevaeh, this is yours. And
Face the
Keely.
camera. Face the camera.
all right.
Have her face the
Oh,
camera.
I'm sorry, we got a face. We have a face over here, right here. This is the camera. Get them. Now, I say this all the time when we have young ladies and young men who come up. So often, it is pertinent about what some of our young men and young ladies are not, some of the negative things that is going on in our community about our young people. But when they do something exceptional, we don't give them those accolades that they need to keep moving on and to encourage others. So anytime myself and Alderman, we get a chance to bring somebody up who's made not only their family proud, but their city proud, we should highlight them. And these two young ladies right here did some remarkable thing. Just a little brief of what they did so everyone understand the magnitude of what happened.
So, in the morning, they're at their house. Oh, in the mic?
September 11th.
Yeah. September 11th.
Yes. So on the morning of September 11th of this year, their house had a fire. The girls woke by the alarms, and they were able to help their family wake up and get out of the house in a timely manner, so that nobody was really injured. I mean, they have an elderly grandfather who they just got home today. Is that right, girls? Yeah, or is he coming home today? Yesterday. Yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. And they were, so because they were aware and knew what to do, they were able to get their family out safely and help them out. And you're identified as the grandfather.
And I think a lot of the firefighters,
Come
right?
up.
Come on up.
guys.
All right. You come right here, ladies, come on over here. Right there. All right, Alderman, be a part of this. Already had 4 years with a very proud of. Uh-oh. Yes. All right.
Got everybody?
Everybody good? Some of the firefighters want to come on the other end, if need be, yeah? No? All right. Here we go. You ready?
Okay, one more little squeeze in.
Wide angle lens,
All right, we're looking right here. And then I'm gonna get out of the way because people are gonna take pictures.
All right.
One, two, three.
Everybody good? All right, give me one, everybody. All right, here we go. Motion by Alderman Bolton, second by Alderman Newsom to approve regular meeting minutes for Monday, October 1st, 2018. Any questions to the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is passed and carried. Motion by Alderman Seeger, second by Alderman Tempest, to approve committee of the whole meeting minutes from Monday, October 1st, 2018. Are there any questions to that motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Audience time, Madam Clerk.
All right, there's 3 minutes. The first up, Brother Blanks.
Brother Blankstein, the Chief President of the Black Abolition Movement for the Mind. I'm just kind of here tonight to just kind of, out of concerns of humanitarian issue. There was a young mother that moved here from Cameroon, Africa, with her son. Since she's been here, they have an infant. I'm not here to really debate the legalities of the two establishments where the young lady is staying. However, what I am concerned about is that on this past weekend, the city itself had sent the fire departments to tell this young lady and her mother, this young lady and the family, that they had to be evicted or they had to leave the premises of the establishment that they was in downtown. So there's some legalities going on between the two establishments, the cigar store and the other building and the other place there, the LULAC. I'm not here to get into that, but I am concerned that if you all sent the fire department in there to have this young lady and the mother and the children moved, I'm really hoping that the city have taken some concerns as to where they can make sure that this mother and her children have somewhere to go. Because I really had told you all my concerns and my interests on this immigration issue. This mother has taken refuge here. Regardless of how she got here, she's here now. And so I'm really hoping that somehow someone can give us some answers on if you have told this young lady she have to move. Surely with all the resources that we have in the city of Waukegan, we can assure that this young mother and her family have somewhere safe to stay. So I'm really hoping, I'm really looking forward to getting back with you guys, or somebody get in touch with me to know if you all have extended some sense of shelter to this mother and her children. That's my concern. She's a mother here from Africa, and surely if we can accommodate, if you all can accommodate Jeff Sessions to come in and out of town and to make sure he can get in and out safely, and use the resources of the police department and the manpower, I'm sure we can come up with a few dollars somehow or another to make sure this mother and her family is somewhere safe. That's number one. Speaking on this other issue, when we're talking about sensitivity and local hire, North Shore Gas has Meade Construction working in the heart of the First Ward, and I think it's highly insensitive that they would send Meade Construction into the heart of the First Ward and there's not one black man on the job. That's a problem. And I really will hope that I know that you all cannot legally enforce and tell them what to do, but surely our city can make some strong suggestions and say to me and the North Shore Gas to see what they can do to make there is a diverse reflection of our community. Because if we giving up this local hiring and we are not holding that accountable,
Thank you,
people
Brother
are bad
Lance.
message.
Thank
They
you.
can come in without being sensitive. Thank you.
Thank you. Jack Dye.
Good evening. In the spirit of Halloween, I'd like to talk to the city council members and mayor about something a little scary that I came across today. I always make a plan to have something to say at city council, and there's so much going on in the city that usually something changes and it's something more pressing, and then 3 minutes is not enough, so please bear with me a little bit. I just saw some information that the tax levy is looking to go up 9.26% next year. We pass deficit budgets in this city by millions of dollars. We have the highest income from our gaming revenue, from building permits, everything in this city. We're actually doing well. We're growing overall. Our income, our revenues outside of taxes are going up year in, year out by millions of dollars. Revenue we didn't have 10 years ago. And we're still at a deficit. My property value has gone up amazingly, $60,000 in the last 4 years, and I'm still seeing tax increases. Next year, 10%? This is a blue-collar town. We're not all doctors and lawyers. We're not living in Winnetka and Lake Bluff. We can't afford this. So we've all listened to the city council talk about the dark days when we had to make difficult decisions and rein back on some things. And in a good economy, I really feel that Waukegan is in that dire straits again. We need to look at our spending. Let's slow it down. We have a great fire department, we have a great police department, and those things cost money, and I really appreciate them. I think they're doing a great job. But I look at our overall budget, when we're we're having a deficit budget, when we're having increasing gaming money coming in, increasing building permits, and all this stuff coming in at the highest levels we've ever had, and we're looking at raising things again. I don't know about you guys, but my pockets are getting turned inside out. The schools have been raising taxes, everyone's got their hand in the pot, I get that. But all you 9 aldermen really need to look at this stuff. This is not for vote today. You have plenty of time. Please look into the financial ramifications, what you're asking who you represent as a city. Ask them to dig in their pockets. I don't know, maybe look at saying, hey, if we're going to enact a 10% raise on tax and the tax levy, why don't you all take a 10% cut? Cut something by 10%. If it's not symbolic, at least let us know we're all in the same game together. That's all I ask for as a citizen of this town. I want to know that we're all moving forward, we're all willing to make the hard choices, not just say, hey, we're a little light today, can I get some more? Let's stop that. Waukegan's a better town than that, and that's why I live here. I want to see it get better. That's all I have to say tonight. Thank you guys very much, and please make an informed decision when this stuff comes up for a vote. Thank you.
Thank you. John Gaskill.
TV time.
ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Gaskill. I'm the Assistant Director of the Waukegan Public Library. I'm grateful for the opportunity to come and talk to you about what the library has been up to. I bring to you today one number, and that is number 2, because you're 2 new assistant and a director, executive director of the library, are both relatively new, of course new to Waukegan. We just moved here. I moved here in June. She moved here in February. So we're grateful for the embrace that the city has provided me and my director, our executive director, Selena. Really, really, really wonderful town to be a part of. The number 2, I suggest again, we were recently able to go to the Illinois Library Association Conference in Peoria, beautiful city of Peoria, and learned a lot about what libraries are doing. The theme of the conference was called Libraries All Inclusive, and that being said, we take them all, every single person that wants to come and visit our beautiful city. We want everybody to come visit the library, and we want to be a resource to everybody. I think I've said that multiple times, but we appreciate the opportunity to be at the table, and we appreciate the opportunity to serve the people of Waukegan. And again, despite a few incidents, things that happen, fire alarm pulls, good job, fellows and ladies and gentlemen from the fire department for being responsive. And of course, we didn't have an actual fire. We're going to be doing some fire drills this month because this is Fire Awareness Month. But I also wanted to say thank you to all the patrons of the Waukegan Public Library and the people of the city for dealing with, of course, the occasional uproar, broken window. Occasional broken window is not necessarily a bad thing. People have bad days. We just wanted to say that we are present and we are here, and we're glad to be here and glad to make a positive impact for everybody, regardless of a bad day. So thanks for being here.
Thank you. Margaret Carrasco?
Tonight, I'd like to direct my statements specifically to agenda item number 5D. And I suggest and recommend to every taxpayer in Waukegan to take the time online, go to the agenda, go down to 5D, then click on the attachments, in which will pop out memorandum that was sent to the mayor and to the city council members dated October 9th, 2018. Titled 2018 Tax Levy for a 2009 fiscal year. And under the aggravated levy, it goes on to say a portion of the levy which excludes the amount already levied for the bonds with the county clerk is called an aggravated levy in the truth and taxation laws. Then it goes on to say that various components of the estimated 25 million 2018 aggravated levy, a 4.62 increase. And I'll repeat that, 4.62 increase versus the prior year. Yes, increase in your property taxes. Again. So tonight, this is to every alderman who plans on voting in favor and supporting this. To me, that's political suicide. So bring it on.
Thank you. Alonzo Jenkins?
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, residents, and members of the audience. My name is Alonzo Jenkins, and I would like to start off by acknowledging the second ward alderman, Alderman Seeger. As a city employee working for the city, I've witnessed Alderman Seeger countless times picking up trash and picking up illegally dumped tires and electronics in his ward. Every time Alderman Seeger sees us working, he always stops to check on us to see how we're doing and to let us know that we're doing a good job. As a city employee, it feels good to be acknowledged and appreciated, so for that, I thank you, sir. Also, I would like to inform the public about the contractor open house that the Waukegan Public Schools will be sponsoring on October 25th at 6 p.m. at Lincoln Center, located at 1201 North Sheridan Road. They will discuss how you can qualify and perform school projects effectively. Topics will include working in the public sector, How do I find out about a project? Questions about bidding, contracts with the school district, developing good public references and referrals, community involvement and visibility, connecting with the other area contractors. Again, that date is Thursday, October 25th at 6 p.m. As a member of the CDBG Stakeholders Participation Panel, we discussed at our needs and assets of the community meeting last week the need for more construction training programs for our residents and youth. So I think this program that the school district is having is a great event available to our community, and I hope our residents and organizations will take advantage of this opportunity. And like Brother Blank said tonight, you know, about the mead business being over on the south side. You know, this is a good program for us to get together and take some kids or to see how the system works. You know, it's up to us to help the kids get trained. You're talking about black kids, you know, bring it up. It's up to us to get them and take them to these kind of events that's free to the community. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Clyde McLemore.
Thank you.
Good evening. A few months ago, a few meetings ago, I was here to speak about the foreigners that was here for staying at the Crossland Hotel. And they're all gone now, and I noticed that the hotel is back to working and back to doing everything. Don't know if any city permits have come, but I noticed that not one, but only one alderman that's sitting up there, and that was Mr. David, I can't pronounce your last name. David was the only one that came over to the hotel to see how them people was living, you know what I'm saying? So now we got a sister living because she made a complaint on the ex-police officer, so now they evict her, and she's from Africa. And I dare y'all, as Brother Blank said, to allow not find this sister and her family somewhere to stay. I mean, she's from Africa. Real awesome looking sister. You know, one of my queens, and you know how I am about my queens, you know, black, white, or whatever. She's here, they say we sanctuary cities. Is it only sanctuary for certain people or certain races? Just something to make you think about, you know, Blank said enough on that. I also want to say, as the founder of Black Lives Matter of Lake County, we have our 3rd annual banquet on November the 4th. Y'all know we do this every year around this time. This year we got Mr. Mark Jones as our master of ceremony. Also, we got Mr. John Crawford, who's coming in from Ohio. He's coming from Nashville. If y'all don't know who John Crawford is, John Crawford III was shot in Walmart with his girlfriend walking through the store with a BB gun that he was getting ready to purchase, and somebody decided to say a black man was walking through the store with a gun, so the police came in and shot and killed him. And our opening speaker will be Will Calloway. Will Calloway is the young man who discovered the tapes on the Laquan McDonald, which was the most watched trial there was. And this young man just happened to be doing what we're doing, sitting in a city council meeting and trying to figure out how come this family got a $5 million settlement. And he did the investigation and found out about the tapes that was held in the most cover-up trial there was. So we ask you to come out November the 4th. Tickets are on sale, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Ralph Peterson, Jr.
Hello, everybody. I'd like to start out by saying I have better things to do than to come down here and complain, but I feel City Hall should be transparent. And sometimes when it's not, I have no problem helping them be transparent. Now, I would like to start out saying, Mayor Cunningham, I seen you rally every black and brown male subject and female you could when you were running for mayor. You gave them false hope. You told them all they would be employed, they would be included. with you taking the seat. You've done totally the opposite. It actually broke my heart when I went down Washington Street, just a mere block and a half from where we are now, and seeing no brown or black faces. I mean, I know it don't bother you, but it should. You know, and I'm gonna, you know, I shoot from the hip. I've seen nothing but corruption, kickbacks, since you've taken office. That's what it all boils down to. I don't even see where you've moved this city ahead. Practically everybody who came up here was complaining. Carrasco about taxes, Blanks about hiring, about the African woman, how she was treated. I can't put my finger on anything that you've done positive from the city. You've raised taxes across the board. Well, I want to speak now about Deputy Chief Guzman. I'm going to talk kind of fast because 3 minutes is not long. I mean, you gave Guzman, you gave him a promotion, if I'm not mistaken, from sergeant to deputy chief, knowing he was demoted in the past for beating his wife continuously. He also cost the city a very large settlement by allowing an officer by the name of Chris Roloff to return to work when he was on duty injury without a doctor's slip, and then Roloff sued the city. You gave this guy a promotion clearly because he worked on your campaign. You didn't even check the man's jacket. He's not even qualified to be a deputy chief. You promoted him because he worked on your campaign. See, this is the shenanigans I'm talking about since you've taken office. Now, Guzman is back in the press again for drunk driving. Mayor, we're watching you to see how you're going to handle this. And I'm going to speak frank. Basically, Mayor, you're just an empty suit, a lame duck at this time. The Democratic Party has dumped you. They're backing Bill Durkin Jr. That's who they want in there. And their reasons are because you're blatantly taking kickbacks without even trying to hide it. Now, citizens, I'm gonna...
Thank you, Mr.
this is
Peterson.
so important.
Thank you.
I'll finish it
Thank
next
you.
week.
Appreciate it, thank you. Mayor, that concludes audience time.
All right, thank you, everybody, for coming. Swear in, resolution, proclamation, presentations. Item A, we have a swearing in of the city's fire department chaplain. And to lead us in that, Fire Chief George Bridges.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council members. Tonight, we would just like to recognize the efforts of our chaplaincy committee on something that this department feels is long overdue. The chaplaincy program has been developed to serve those that serve others. Our chaplains bring spiritual support during crisis. They offer unbiased, objective advisement and provide hope in our painful times of not only our first responders, but also our community members during tragedies. On behalf of our chaplaincy committee, Lieutenant Scott Ward, if I can have you come up, firefighter Brian Bandel, if I can also have you come up. These are our committee chairpersons. And our department, I would like to introduce you to Chaplain Gary Miller. We can have you come on up. Thank you. Chaplain Miller has served our nation as a helicopter crew chief in Vietnam. He is a 42-year veteran of the Gurnee Fire Department, retiring as a fire lieutenant. Chaplain Miller is a God-fearing leader on the fire ground and a mentor in the firehouse. Chaplain Miller has volunteered many hours to help us establish this program, along with a team of local pastors. And we thank you, Chaplain. Before we go on to this swearing in, I want to do one thing. I would like to reinforce what our invocation stated and pray for our chaplain. Please join me. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your continued guidance, wisdom, and support as we move to better serve our city. Allow us to grow closer as a city and nurture the bonds of this community and our personnel. Continue to remind us that all we do here today and all we ever accomplish is for your greater good of our community. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. At this time, I would like to turn it over to our city clerk, Janet Kilkelly, to deliver the oath.
I, Gary Miller,
I, Gary Miller,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United
of
States
the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of chaplain
the duties of the office of chaplain
for the Waukegan Fire Department
for the Waukegan Fire Department
and City of Waukegan
and City of
to
Waukegan
the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
All right, we're going to have the chaplain's real boss, Mrs. Miller. All right, we can pin his lapel at this time, and we'll have him say a few words and introduce your family. All right. Few words. For yours.
Thank you, everybody. My wife Jan and my granddaughter Harper, my biggest helper. I have a daughter Brooke and a son-in-law Steve and a daughter Bree and her boyfriend Jordan in the audience. A couple kids couldn't make it tonight. Ton of friends, some personal friends from the fire department that I used to work for. And actually some guys that I meet every Monday night with a men's group. So I look forward to serving the fire department here in Waukegan. After doing this job for so many years, I know what you see, what you go through every day. We're all big tough guys, and we hate to say that we need anybody else, but the things that you guys do and see get a hold of you after a while, and you need a person to talk to, somebody just lean on a little bit, and I'm hoping that I'll be that guy that will be there for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, can we get our Gurney guys come on up too? Our Gurney brothers, come on up. All right, act like we like each other.
I have to take a knee.
All right, we're all looking right here first, and then I'll get out of the way and everybody else can take their pictures.
All right, congrats.
Item B has been taken care of, everyone. We have a motion by Alderman Mozio, second by Alderman May, to approve proclamation of November 1, 2018 as Extra Mile Day. Are there any questions to the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
The motion is passed and carried. Extra Mile Day. Don't know what that one is, but we got it.
People to go the extra mile there.
Bert? Well, we've had some extra miles here today now, didn't we?
We did.
Yes. All right. Motion by Alderman Villalobos, second by Alderman Valco, to adopt and present Resolution 18-R-140 for the U.S. Census 2020 Partnership. And simply what this is everyone throughout the country, so they need to have a resolution to move the, we're understanding the 2020 census is going to be a very important document. I shouldn't say document, but very important in census taking, since it has the state of Illinois losing, if I'm not mistaken, 1 or maybe 2 federal representatives. So we need as many as people to really be focused on the 2020 census, and that's just starting to kick off. Are there any other questions to the motion? Alderman Villalobos.
Not really a question so much as a comment.
Okay.
I believe this census for the 2020 is going to be online too, offered online. I think that's where it's moving towards, online offering. And I believe our public library, John, correct me if I'm wrong, our public library is looking to be a site for individuals to do the 2020 census. We're moving towards, say again? Like a navigator, yeah. So it'd be a good opportunity for us as a city to partner with the library to promote it as a location for individuals to take their census.
Okay.
You know, and a private location. So, you know, one of the things that people fear is there's various factors why people don't want to fill out the census or be part of the census. But if we can do as a city to help mitigate those issues and barriers that they have, we'll have better representation here in the city of Waukegan and the county and state as a whole. So something to consider as a library. Have dialogue with the library, make sure to see how they're working with that. All right, that's my comment. Thank you.
All right. All right. Any other questions? Let's do a roll call. Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Motion's passed and carried. Item E, motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Bolton, to adopt as presented Resolution 18-R-41, allowing Open for Business Production, LLC, to film for Chicago Fire on the Amsteads from October 25th through October 30th, 2018. Are there any questions to the motion? Let's do a roll call. Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye. Motion's passed and carried. Item I, item 5, reports of communication. Motion by Alderman Seager, motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Seager, to approve the monthly treasurer's report. Are there any questions to the motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Motion's passed and carried. Motion by Alderman May, second by Alderman Mozio, to approve Waukegan Firefighters Pension Fund actual evaluation as of May 1, 2018. Are there any questions to the motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye. Motion by Alderman Tempest, second by Alderman Mozio, to approve the Waukegan Police Pension Fund actuarial evaluation as of May 1, 2018. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye. Motion passed and carried. Item D, motion by Alderman Newsome, second by Alderman Villalobos. City of Waukegan official estimate aggregate levy to be $25.25 million for the 2018 tax year per 35 ILCS 200/18-60. Any questions to the motion?
Is this actually votable?
No, this is
Just a communication?
It's a communication. All right.
It just means that we've got the information, that's all.
All right. I apologize. That's right. You're right.
Okay.
It's just to let you know where we're at, everybody.
Just like the pension funds and the treasury reports, which is a document that we're making sure that we have gotten, that's all.
My bad. I apologize for that. You're right. And understanding that, I suggest that your pension for police and fire, IMRF, and other things, that you take a look at. These are the dollar amounts. It's not set by the city of Waukegan. These are things that come in that we must pay. They're already set for us, so just to let everyone know. Item 6, public hearing.
We have to open a public hearing. Are the petitioners present?
I believe they took off. I believe they left.
We told them they can leave.
That's fine. So we have to open a public hearing and swear anybody in that's going to testify. Does anyone wish to testify in the annexation of 12385 West Pacific Avenue? With that, you can close the hearing, Mayor.
The hearing for item public hearing on annexation of 12385 West Pacific Avenue. Hearing is now declared closed. All right, there's that. But I'm sure all the questions were answered in committee. All right, everybody's fine with it? All right. Item number 7, which is Finance Committee. Of the Finance Committee, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to do motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Newsome, and I think we're going to do an omnibus on this, correct? Is that correct, Alderman?
Yes, sir. I would like to respectfully request if the Alderman go for it, an omnibus on A through K, skipping L, and then encompassing M as in Mary. So all of them except L, which we passed over and punted to the full council tonight. So omnibus vote on A through K, skipping L, and then M, sir.
All right, there's a motion and a second to do an omnibus for Finance Committee for items listed 7A through K.
7K, skipping L, and then coming back to M, sir.
All right.
It was a lengthy meeting. It was an hour and 20 minutes, and I don't want to go through it again here. So
Okay.
most all the aldermen were here.
All right, no problem. Are there any questions to the motion as omnibus? Yeah, so this vote right here is to do an omnibus vote for
All the items but L.
all the items but L on the Finance Committee. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion's passed and carried for the omnibus. So now we will then go into
Read
the reading of item 7, 7A through K, skipping L and adding M.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Item A, a motion to approve a resolution formally adopting a grant policy for the city of Waukegan. Item B, motion to approve repayment of $88,000 relative to the Waukegan/North Chicago Lakefront Bike Path Grant and $61,720 relative to the Genesee Street Bridge, funding from line item 100-910-124-951. Item C, A motion to authorize the proper city officials to execute a grant agreement accepting an assistance to firefighters grant for the purpose of a vehicle acquisition in the amount not to exceed $450,000 with a 90-10 cost sharing split, 10% coming from the city. The purchase of the vehicle will be coded in line item 231-323-126-493, and the federal grant revenue to line item 231-44130. Item D, a motion approving a resolution establishing a partnership between the City of Waukegan and the Affordable Housing Corporation of Lake County in the amount of $221,094.48 relative to a 2015 and 16 federal program year funding. Item E, a motion to approve a resolution approving CDBG Department of the City of Waukegan to administer the HOME, H-O-M-E program, utilizing 2017 federal program year funding in the amount of $152,509. Item F, a motion approving a resolution adopting the terms for CDBG funding for the city code enforcement activities. Item G, a motion to authorize the city clerk to extend an agreement with MuniCode for a 5-year period for the amount not to exceed $35,000 per year for the purposes of online and real-time ordinance and resolution management. Funding from line item 100-104-025-468. Item H, a motion to grant a good faith waiver of the bidding process and to further authorize the building commissioner to enter into an agreement with Vector LLC to provide electrical inspections at a rate of $75 per inspection, a plan review, and $37.50 per phone consultation. The funding item will come from line item 100-200-124-438. Item I, it's a motion to grant a good faith waiver of the bidding process and to further to authorize the building commissioner to enter into an agreement with Howell Enterprises to provide servicing for abandoned and blighted properties with prices as presented. The funding from line item 100-200-124-489 and 100-200-124-408. Item J is a motion to grant a good faith waiver of the bidding process and to further to authorize the building commissioner to enter into an agreement with Thompson Elevator to provide inspection services with prices as presented, funding from line item 100-200-124-438. Item K is a motion to authorize the Information Technology Director to enter into an agreement with MIDCO, M-I-D-C-O, as a result of the request for proposal process for an amount not to exceed $229,000 for the replacement of a city phone system, funding for line item 100-103-726-495. And just a side note, that's expected to take shortly before 2 years, up to 2 years to replace the system. And the last item, M, motion to authorize the mayor to enter into an intergovernmental agreement regarding regional 911 consolidation by and between the County of Lake, the cities of Waukegan, North Chicago, the Northeast Lake County Consolidated Joint Emergency Telephone Systems Board, the villages of Gurnee, Mundelein, Libertyville, Lincolnshire, Vernon Hills, Round Lake Beach, Round Lake. Also CENCOM, C-E-N-C-O-M, the Greater Round Lake Fire Protection District, Wakanda Fire Protection District, the Village of Fox Lakes, Barrington, also the Grays Lake Fire Protection District, and the Countryside Fire Protection District. Mayor, I so move, sir.
Are there any questions to? All right, now this will be an aye vote and approve all of the items that have just been read. All right? Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Velco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mosley.
The last item, Mayor, is out of order. Item L. The Finance Committee looked at this, and it reads, motion to approve a change order to allow for the reimbursement of out-of-pocket expenses, including, but not limited to, service of process, recording of liens, court reporters, in addition to the retainer approved by the council May 15th, 2017, for Daniels, Long, and Pincel LLC, which of course, as everyone knows, is our corporation counsel, Bob Long. We had a discussion, Mayor, and it either wasn't worded right, or me personally was a little uncomfortable for not getting a commitment. The corporation counsel at the time said it was probably between a little over $500. We decided to punt this over to the full council and let the council make the decision, sir. And I also move.
All right, there's a motion on the floor. There's a motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Bolton. Are there any questions to the motion?
I have a question.
Alderman Villalobos.
So, in the discussion earlier, Bob Long mentioned that the expenses weren't that great. But are we gonna, if this goes through, will we put in place some mechanisms to track out-of-pocket expenses by our legal counsel, just so we can have some estimations for future reference? Is that some of the ideas that would be considered?
Well, you always do, actually. Every time you get a bill in from one of our outside counsel, whether it was, the lawyers handling the Angel Gonzalez case or Juan Rivera's case, if you want to go back farther in time, or heck, even Bernie Stark's case, even farther back than that, you'll find that there's a list of attorney's fees that are in there. That's the actual fee, that's like the retainer that we get. But there's also a listing of what out-of-pocket expenses, whether it was for court reporters, filing fees with the circuit court clerk, depositions, and subpoenas. There's a whole host of different types, especially with them, you'll find a lot of experts, blood spatter experts, DNA people, and all the rest of it. Those are all expenses that the attorneys pass on. We don't add to, we don't pad the bill, we don't go, this is the rate, this is just pass through. Whatever it costs is what we do. The difficulty here is there's actually, the way the original contract was worded, it simply said for the attorney's fees. And that's not a problem. I'm not asking for a dime more in attorney's fees. That's not what this is about. It's just that up until just a couple of months ago, we never had any expenses out of pocket that were worth talking about, a few copy costs or whatever, and just ate that as part of the expense. That's not it. But a couple of months ago, we brought a demolition case, and in the course of doing the demolition, we had to figure out who the parties were that were involved, that actually held title to the house. And in this particular instance, there were several banks that had mortgage interests in the house that held the liens on it, and they were out of state, so we had to serve the papers out there, get the papers issued here, send them out to, I think it was Los Angeles or San Francisco and New York, and have the papers delivered. The bill came back, was $500 or $600 by the time everything was through. So I submitted the bill as just a pass-through expense, and the finance director pointed out that we didn't actually reserve for that in the original contract. That's what I'm looking to modify here, so that when I do get out-of-pocket expenses, I can pass those along, because that's just money I'm expending on in that particular piece of litigation. As I explained to the committee, the amounts of money that we're talking about are variable, will be somewhat unpredictable. I can't tell you in advance that we're going to file a demolition case next month, and I can't tell you who those people are or how much it's going to cost. I can't do that really until I price it out. And at that point in time, we need to get the paper served and make motion or get the case moving along as it were. I hope that's a little better explanation than maybe I gave earlier on.
Alderman Taylor and Alderman Newsom. Alderman Taylor?
When you submitted your contract to us, did you build in any of those expenditures when it was done?
No, I didn't anticipate that I would be doing much litigation, and so I didn't really think along those terms on the one hand. And on the second, it's always been my practice that when, on those relatively rare occasions when I have out-of-pocket expenses than all the other municipalities I've represented for these last several decades, that I just passed it through. And nobody ever asked me about it before, so I hadn't thought about it.
Alderman Newsom.
I think the question is, arises because it says to approve a change order. And would it be better if the motion had read to just motion to allow for the reimbursement of out-of-pocket?
I like that better too.
And that's fine.
Okay.
And
I'm
then-
not stuck on any linguistics here.
And then that allows for that line item or whatever. And then will that then come to the council, or it will just be paid, or what?
I can submit the bill separately if you'd like, so that you have a little more transparency.
Sure.
So it isn't hidden inside the, so there's
Sure.
no chance of it being missed if you look at the bills.
Any other questions to the motion? Alderman May.
So if I remember correctly, Corporation Council, your contract is we renew annually? Is that correct?
Yes.
So what I would suggest is, because I wish I would have had I should have tracked down the original contract to read it in full context. But I think that it would behoove us all to maybe in the next year when we approve the contract again, to have a specific clause that addresses expenses, what are allowable expenses. I mean, we pay a large amount of money for the Corporation Council contract. I think it's $37,000 a month. And I don't remember what exactly, how it read in your contract, because we all know that there's going to be expenses involved with, in all the, what should I say, there's a plethora of issues that you deal with. So my suggestion would be to let it ride this year as we're going to approve today, but for us to have actually a specific clause in the contract addressing the expense issue as we move forward.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. And I apologize if the original iteration of it didn't include that. As I said, it just was something that I really hadn't been thinking about.
Any other questions to the motion?
No, sir, but
Roll call, please.
No, we'll have to do an amendment first. Either whatever the corporation councils are comfortable with, either what Alderman Newsom said, a motion to allow reimbursement, or make it a motion to approve an amendment to allow a reimbursement, whatever the alderman who made the motion is comfortable with, but we have to make an amendment first.
All right. Let's do the amendment. The amendment to, from the wording will read.
Motion to allow for the reimbursement then?
Motion to approve to allow for reimbursement. Reimbursement of out-of-pocket expenses, including but not limited to the service of process, recording of liens, court reporters, in addition to retainer approved by the City Council May 15, 2017.
That should be May 15, 2018.
Yeah, that should be 2018.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a motion on the, to approve the amendment on the wording. All right? We have that on the floor. I'm going to just do, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion is passed and carried on the amending of the wording. Now this is for the actual motion. Again, a motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Newsome to approve, a motion to approve to allow the reimbursement of out-of-pocket expenses, including but not limited to service of process, recording of liens, court reporters, and additions to retain approved by the City Council on May 15, 2018. Ordaining is looking for the sale. Roll call, please, on that.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
No.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye. Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Motion's passed and carried. That's finance. On Public Works. Public Works, we're going to do the omnibus as well. Some motion by Alderman Newsome, second by Alderman Seager, to do an omnibus for items 8A through items
G.
8G.
Taking out item B, we held that one over.
All right, and item B was held over. All right, so there's a motion on the floor to the omnibus for Public Works, items A, excluding B, C through G. Are there any questions to the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion's passed and carried. Alderman Newsome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Item A, motion to approve draft snow plowing agreement for Riverbend subdivision for the 2018-2019 winter, setting the annual fee at the amount of $100. Item C, motion to authorize the proper city officials to enter into an agreement for the 2018 sludge dewatering contract with Dom Enterprises Incorporated of Woodstock, Illinois, for an amount not to exceed $127,000. Funds will be charged to line item 555-91602-7018 from the City of Waukegan 2018 C bonds. Item D, motion to authorize the proper city officials to approve the purchase of a knuckle boom crane on a M2-106 chassis vehicle with all tech for an amount not to exceed $251,600 per section 42-458, subsection I, from one sole source. This purchase will be charged to line item 307-1307-26362 and funded from the City of Waukegan 2018 BGO bonds. Item E, motion to authorize the proper city officials to approve the equipment purchase of a Peterson model lightning loader with EJ equipment for an amount not to exceed $72,598 per section 42-458, subsection I, one sole source. This purchase will be charged to line item 307-1307-26362 and funded from the City of Waukegan 2018 BGO bonds. Item F, motion to authorize the proper city officials to approve a waiver for the local hiring ordinance and award the bids for the Waukegan bond projects fiscal year 2018-2019 to Carmen Construction for an amount not to exceed $910,700, with funds being charged to line item 307-1307-26367 and 307-130-726-366. Also award to Bowler Construction for an amount not to exceed $1,869,500, with funds being charged to line item 307-1307-26367, and also award to Dynamic Building Restoration for an amount not to exceed $310,000, with funds being charged to line item 307-137-26368 and 595-4595-26492. All funds being charged from the City of Waukegan 2018 BGO bonds. Item G, motion to authorize the proper city officials to approve change order number 1 with Capanella and Sons for the repairs of the Water Street culvert for an estimated $100,000. The contract was previously approved on October 1st, 2018. The new amount for the contract would be an estimated amount of $1,865,000. Funds charged to line item 307-130-727-706 from 2018 bond funds. And I so move.
Are there any questions to the motion? As read, we're going to be voting on Public Works Committee items A, skipping B, all the way to G, that was previously read by Alderman Newsom.
Second, I don't think we got a second yet.
Yeah, it should have been second. Motion by Alderman Newsom, second by Alderman Seager. All right, roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye. Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
All right, motion is passed and carried. Item number 9, Special Judiciary Committee. There's a motion by Alderman May and second by Alderman Villalobos to an omnibus for items 1 through G, correct?
Items A and E were both held over in committee, sir.
So items A and E were held over. So again, motion on the floor by Alderman May, second by Alderman Villalobos, to do omnibus for the following items. Item B, C, D, E, correction, B, C, D, F, and G.
Correct.
All right? All those in favor for an omnibus?
Aye.
Now, there's a motion on the floor by Alderman May, second by Alderman Villalobos, to approve the following items in omnibus. Alderman May.
Thank you. Motion to approve an ordinance authorizing the execution of an annexation agreement for 12385 West Pacific Avenue. Item C, motion to approve an ordinance annexing certain territory into the city of Waukegan, namely 12385 West Pacific Avenue. Item D, motion to approve zoning calendar number 2576, map amendment from CR Conservation Recreation to R1 Single Family Resident, 12385 West Pacific Avenue. Item F, an ordinance vacating an alley between Glenrock and Gladstone Avenues. And item G, an ordinance vacating a portion of Gladstone Avenue. And I so move.
All right. A motion by Alderman May, second by Alderman Villalobos. Are there any questions to the motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye. Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Motion's been passed and carried. All right.
Mayor, I just want to make a comment.
Sure.
On the vacations for items F and G, we did, I don't know if I needed to read that at City Council, we did discuss the waiver of any fees or costs associated with the vacations. The City of Waukegan has agreed that we're not going to charge any monetary fee for the vacation of these parcels.
Could we make sure that ends up on the next agenda so that it shows up in the public record, please? Because the amount of money you're talking about waiving is significant.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize, I didn't know how to read that out.
I think that's the only way in which to do it.
Okay.
Okay. Alderman Taylor.
I just want to make sure the public understands too that why we're waiving those fees, that they have invested like $170,000 in repairing those roads already. So the fees would be a lot less than that. So.
And to compound, they are adding another facility that which they could have moved to Wisconsin. They chose to stay in the city of Waukegan and looking at really truly redeveloping that whole quarter for our community. So this is a win-win for the city, win-win for the company, and hopefully this will be an example of where we want to go with dealing with all companies in the city of Waukegan. Thank you. Thank you,
Mayor,
Alderman.
they also mentioned that folks looking for employment to go to their website, that they are anxious and avidly looking to hire.
Yeah.
Train.
And train. That's a win-win. All right. Well, thank you, Alderman. I think we did. This was a great job, and I want to really send a shout out to Police Chief Wallace, Noel, Russ, and Steve. They really worked on this expeditiously to get it to the time frame in which the company was looking to. They wanted something done before the end of October so they can start beginning of November with other things they're doing. So great job on you guys. Really appreciate that. And for those who wonder why I said Chief Wallace, this is a good friend of Chief Wallace. He set up a luncheon for me to meet the president, who you guys met today, and it went from there. So, Chief, it's good to have friends. All right. Item number 11.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Motion to omnibus the rest of it. Triple play, it's bills.
There it is. Motion by Alderman Morzio, second by Alderman Valco to omnibus item 11 under new business. Items A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Do I have to read them all?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
You gotta read them, you want me, you
Well, once after we,
you know how fast I read?
Yes.
All right. Motion to approve vendor payments dated October 15, 2018, in total amount of $1,539,865.39. Item B, motion to approve regular payroll dated October 12, 2018, in a total amount of $1,502,382,000. Motion to approve elected officials monthly expense account payroll dated October 12, 2018, a total amount of $6,391.66. Item D, motion to approve PBLC holiday cash out payroll dated October 12, 2018, a total amount of $13,163.59. Item E, motion to approve IAFF Inc. clothing allowance dated October the 12th, 2018, in a total amount of $41,525. Item F, motion to approve outdoor special events, Waukegan Park District Halloween Fest 2019 at Bowen Park from 1 to 5 p.m. on October 27th. The sponsor has applied under the Directive of Non-City Government Use of City-Owned Buildings and Venues. Motion G, motion to approve all attached block parties and applications. And item H, motion to approve all raffle sales applications. Whew.
Throw in Alderman's time there.
Motion to omnibus Alderman's time, please? Do I get a second? Can I get a second on that? Motion to omnibus Alderman's time.
Let's get this item out the way first. All right. Roll call, please.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye. Alderman Bolton.
Aye.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Motion is passed and carried. Thank you, Alderman. Item 12, nothing. Closing items. Alderman's time. I wish we could, but I don't know if you didn't get a second, Alderman.
I didn't get a second.
All right. Alderman's time. Madam Clerk.
Alderman Villalobos.
Yes, thank you. I'll try to keep it brief. Just want to mention three things. Number one, the fire department. They had a big delegation here today, but I want to say thank you for having an open house at Station 5, which is right near the airport. 2 Saturdays ago, I'd never been to that station, so it was very nice. I saw an interesting demonstration I had not seen before. They showed how a firefighter and one of their rescue dogs would be hoisted up into the air to get on top of buildings should the need arise. And so they discussed how they train the dogs to get comfortable being hoisted in the air. Super fun demonstration. So for anybody in the public, if you hear about any more open houses for the fire department, I encourage you to attend. They're educational as well as entertaining. So thank you, fire department, for that. Number two, I was able to attend CMAP's Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning's Go to 2050 campaign kickoff. That campaign is going to be centered around 3 pillars. One was community involvement. The other one was sustainable infrastructure. And the third one, I cannot recall. But basically, the tenets of the Go to 2050 is similar to what we've been trying to do here regarding our infrastructure in the city. So For those who aren't familiar, CMAP is the organization that tries to do comprehensive regional planning for Cook, Lake, and I believe McHenry County, and try to bring us all together regarding transportation, interconnectivity of municipalities. So what they're focusing on for this 2050 campaign, Waukegan's pretty much aligned with it. I have more information to pass out to the mayor from the handout they gave, and I was able to look through it. So, and CMAP offers the opportunity for municipalities to use them as a resource to do planning. So the city of Waukegan used them in the past for the Washington Street corridor, and we can also reach out to them again if we have any other planning or things of that nature that we might want to look towards. So I was able to attend that. Lastly, I do want to mention what was brought up about this lady from Cameroon. I was just informed about that. This situation occurred in the 4th Ward. So it was just brought to my attention this morning. There was an email sent to me over the weekend, which ended up in my spam email box, so I wasn't able to be aware of it until today. But I will inquire and see what's going on with that situation. I believe that the city wouldn't, we would work with individuals. So for those out there who are interested in that and spoke upon it, it was something I will inquire about. And that is all. Thank you.
Alderman Newsom.
Pass.
Alderman Tempest.
Pass.
Alderman May.
I'll be fast. We did have a couple audience members come up and talk about the tax levy. So I just want to remind everyone, when we approve the budget and then we approve 3 different bond issues, we have to raise the tax levy to meet our obligations. So those votes were almost unanimous, not unanimous, but everyone who voted for us to borrow that money, vote people who vote budgets that are deficit budget, and my colleagues who approve almost unanimous employment contracts that have dollar amounts attached to them. You also have to have the courage to raise the tax levy to cover those expenses that you approved earlier in the year. That's my comment. Thank you.
Alderman Valco.
One thing, ma'am, I've been getting phone calls, and I'm sure a lot of the aldermen have. Monday, October 22nd, leaf pickup, curbside leaf pickup starts in the 7th and 8th wards, and it ends Thursday, November 29th. So Monday, October 22nd, and Tuesday, October 23rd for 7 and 8, and then it goes down from there. City website, the listings are available. Whatever you need, put it up there, bring it down, download it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Alderman Taylor.
Just a couple quick things. Because my ward has multi-school districts, our Halloween hours are a little different. Saturday is Waukegan from 2 to 5, Sunday is Gurnee from 2 to 5, and the Libertyville school districts generally go from 4 to 8. That changes a little bit from subdivision to subdivision, so if you have questions, either ask your HOA president or you can call myself. Our first leaf pickup for the 9th Ward will be October 31st and November 1st, so mark your calendars for that first pickup. Thank you.
Alderman Bolton.
Yes, I've been speaking with different members in our community recently about our local hiring ordinance, and it seems that we are in agreement that our ordinance is getting the results that we want. So I'm recommending that we put it in the Public Works Committee to review. So that's the first thing. So I just want to let you know I am in concurrence with that. Also, I want to acknowledge how in the 1st Ward, east of Genesee, how it's looking good. If you go down Genesee, you can see the lake. Woohoo, yeah. I also like to acknowledge the young man that talked about the woman from Africa. Part of my full-time job is working with the homeless and those with struggle with addictions and our opioid awareness. So I definitely like to find more information about that, and I'd be more than glad to be proactive in coming up with a solution with that. Also, I thank you for now letting me know about the meeting on the 25th, I think you said, about the public school meeting, so I plan to be there. Thank you.
Alderman Seager.
Pass.
Alderman Mozio.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Alderman Mozio, second by Alderman Tippins to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. Motion's passed and carried. Everybody have a great week.